Ever wonder which major junior hockey league is the best one? Well, we've come up with an answer here at AHA and we're here to share it with you. So definitely keep watching to find out the answer. What's going on, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴 and I'm the CEO and founder of Advancement Hockey Advising. And today we will be talking about major junior. Which league is the best between the WHL, the OHL, and the QMJHL? Now, it's been a long debated topic and we dove into the data and we have answers for you here. So definitely stick around and keep watching. Now, we're going to be using three main metrics here to evaluate these leagues. So the first one being the number of advancements in the past 5 years to youth sports and various pro leagues. The second one being the number of first round draft picks in the past 5 years. And the third one being the number of Memorial Cup championships in the past 10 years. We have the data for lifetime, but I think the past 10 years makes more relevancy here. Destroy that like button and hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you're new here so you never miss another video moving forward. All right, let's dive into the data and our thoughts right now. All right, so let's start with the number of advancements in the past 5 years. So in terms of the WHL, here are the numbers. We have 247 youth sports advancements in the past 5 years. We have 54 advancements to the NHL. We have 202 advancements to the AHL, and we have 125 advancements to the ECHL. And our grand total of advancements in the WHL is 628 advancements, which is pretty substantial when you're thinking just youth sports and the high pro leagues in North America. Now, we have to mention here that we didn't include in our data advancements to high-end European pro leagues. We just did North America. Obviously, that's a bit of a limiting factor, but to be honest, not really, because usually the NHL, AHL, and ECHL give you a pretty good proxy as to the whole ratio and how many players are advancing to the different levels in hockey. All right, now let's move on to the OHL here in terms of advancements to youth sports and the pro leagues. In terms of youth sports, we have 223 advancements, which is a little bit less than the WHL, but not that many. In terms of the NHL, we have 65 advancements, which is obviously 11 more or so than the WHL, so they have a little bit of an edge there when it comes to advancing to the NHL level. In terms of the AHL, we have 220 advancements, and the ECHL, we have 150 advancements. And that gives us a total number of advancements in the past 5 years of 658, which is pretty substantial. It's a little bit more than the WHL that was 628, so a little bit of an edge to the OHL when it comes to advancing players in the last 5 years. All right, so now let's move on to the Q. When it comes to youth sports, they have 270 advancements in the past 5 years, which actually gives the Q an edge over the OHL and over the WHL when it comes to advancing to youth sports. So good on the Q for being big on education. But now with the Q, we'll see a bit of a drop off to the pro level. So when it comes to the NHL, we have 33 advancements in the past 5 years compared to the WHL and the O that had higher numbers. When we look at the AHL, we have 123 advancements, and then when we look at the ECHL, we have 103 advancements, which gives us a grand total of 529 advancements in the past 5 years to pro leagues and to youth sports when it comes to the Q. So definitely a bit of a drop off compared to the OHL and WHL. More focus, I guess, on the youth sports side to advance to that level, but when it comes to the pro level, we'd see a significant drop off in the Q. All right, let's move on to our second metric here, which is first round draft picks in the last 5 years. So the number one league here when it comes to getting players drafted in the first round of the NHL is, drumroll please, the WHL, which advanced 30 in the past 5 years, or got drafted 30 first round picks to the NHL in the past 5 years. Interestingly enough, the number 2 league is not another major junior league. It's actually the USHL, bonus point here, that advanced 27 players, or got 27 of their players drafted in the first round of the NHL in the past 5 years, which really surprised me when I looked at the data. Now, after the USHL, in third place is the OHL that has 24 players who got drafted into the first round of the NHL in the past 5 years. And if we look at our next spot here at number 4, we have the QMJHL and we have the Swedish Hockey League that are both tied with 13 first round draft picks in the past 5 years. So definitely a huge drop off when it comes to the Q compared to the OHL, the WHL, and even the USHL, if you really look at the numbers here. Now moving on to our third metric here, and that's the number of Memorial Cup championships in the past 10 years. And this is just to see which teams are basically the best teams, right? Which leagues are producing the best teams. Obviously, it's a little bit biased. Anybody can win at a given time, but it's a good proxy to know which leagues are really doing well in terms of hockey caliber overall. Now, I'm going to give the data to you straight. So in the past 10 years, the OHL has won 4 Memorial Cup championships. The QMJHL has also won 4 Memorial Cup championships, and we have the WHL that won only 1 Memorial Cup championship. So a little bit surprising when the WHL was really leading the charge on the other 2 categories, but in this one, the WHL has much less compared to the O and the Q. Fun note here, if we look at the data from 40 years ago, the WHL is actually on top with 16 Memorial Cup championships. So for whatever reason, the past 10 years, the Memorial Cup hasn't been in favor of getting won by a team in the WHL. But all that aside, I don't think this means the WHL is bad hockey at all. It's just for whatever reason, they haven't won a Mem Cup in a while. So what do I make of all this data, and what are my highlights and final messages that I want to share with you guys? I think one of the big messages here, so when it comes to advancing players to the pro levels and getting players drafted at the pro levels, I feel like the WHL and the O definitely have an edge on the Q right now in the past 5 years. I think that's the data really points that clearly. But when it comes to going to U Sports, the Q has a little bit of an edge. The other leagues do a great job as well, but I think the Q has a little bit of an edge there. But when it comes to the pro side, maybe the W or the O has a bit of an edge. A second big aside here that I wasn't expecting is that the USHL was actually number 2 when it came to first round draft picks in the past 5 years to the NHL. So USHL really showing that they're a competitor against even the major junior leagues. So really cool to see that a lot of first round draft picks coming out of that league. So that was a nice aside that we saw in the data. Last thing that I want to send as a main message, even though the data shows that some leagues are better at advancing players to the pro leagues or U Sports or whatever it is, honestly, the main message is to go to the team that you feel the most comfortable with, where you're going to get the best development, the best ice time. You know, that's the biggest thing, you know, versus picking the different major junior leagues. Most people don't have the luxury anyways to going to different major junior leagues, but to move all the way across, you know, the country to go play for a specific junior league, that doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, you got to try and pick the best team, the best league that's the best fit for you. That's the main message here at the end of the day. This is just fun to go through the data and to know the different patterns and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you got to pick what's best for you. All right, thanks so much for watching. Definitely click here or here to keep watching similar videos. If you like this video, absolutely destroy that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video moving forward. If you have any questions for us, let us know in the description below, and we'll catch you on the next one here.